James Luxon for Slothbox. Delighted to be joined with Hasim Rahman Jr. Hasim, how we doing?
I'm good. I'm good. Ready to rumble.
Fantastic. Not long now till fight nights, fast approaching. I want to discuss first of all the pay-per-view price point. There's been a bit of a backlash on the $59.99 price point. What are your thoughts on that? I know it's not your forte, it's not something you set up, but what are your thoughts on it?
Nothing at all. Nothing. That don't have no concern of mine. I pay that absolutely 0% of my energy goes to that. That's on Jake to sell the fight and to feed his team, and we don't get anything from the pay per view anyway. So that has no concern to me. I'm just coming to win. That's all. I'm worried about the fight. I'm not worried about the pay per view.
Absolutely. Let's discuss the sparring sessions. A couple of years ago, you two did spar. What did you take from the sparring? Do you rate Jake at all as a boxer?
I sparred him twice, and he got considerably better in between. The first session, and the second session, he got considerably better. But I feel like I controlled him, and whenever you're in there with the guy, and you can box him with one hand. I think that you're pretty much in control. You're pretty much controlling what's going on in the ring. Once we get in there on August 6th, I'll have two hands. I'll have no limitations. It'll be absolutely, full-fledged me. And it won't be me teaching him. And it won't be, there'll be no training wheels on August 6th. The first two times I boxed him, it was like a lion that's playing with a cub, or a lion playing with his cub. It was just keeping them at bay and letting them do a little this, a little that. But I was just giving them a look, and I think that he made a terrible mistake in picking me to fight on August 6th. I don't think that he's ready for everything that I have in store for him.
I was going to say, because with sparring is about learning. It's completely different to a fight under the lights. Were you, not taking it easy on him as such, but he didn't see everything that you've got to bring to the table as such?
Yeah, I was there under guidelines. Don't go 100% on this guy. Don't don't hurt him, or else we may not. I can't guarantee you'll get paid if you hurt him or if you piss him off. And that was something that I took seriously. I didn't want to go in there and knock this kid out, and then I don't get paid. We were in a pandemic at the time, so he's paying good money to spar. So whenever you got a guy and they put limitations on you like that, I'm a professional. I feel like I could work with anybody in the world, from 106 pounds to 306 pounds. I could work with anybody. So I was in there working with him, but I think he thought, Jake doesn't have an amateur background, so all his sparring sessions are like his amateur fights. So he takes it like he's having an amateur fight in there. And when you see, obviously the blow up on Instagram between us, and we were getting into it, that's me reacting to the disrespect for the sport and for myself, as opposed to me reacting to what actually happened in the sparring session. Because even Jake has came out and said that I got the better of the sparring session and that it was a heated sparring session, but I don't see how it could be a heated sparring session when I'm only using one hand.
Why do you feel they've picked yourself? Why do you feel that you've been drafted in? What have they seen that they feel they can exploit from you, if anything?
I think they feel like Jake is this athlete that's in supreme shape and in tip top condition, and that they see me, my gas tank was not the best in my last fight, so I think that they feel like they can exploit that, and that they can do the same thing Mackenzie Morrison did. Had it not been for my last fight, if I was still 12-0, I would not have gotten this fight. If I would have won my last fight, if I was 13-0, I wouldn't have got this fight. I feel like they picking me. They feel like they're picking me at the right time. Coming off a knockout loss, coming off of the first loss of my career. I think they feel like my confidence is wavered, or I don't have the stamina or the conditioning to stand up with Jake Paul. But they're sadly mistaken. I think they should go back and watch Jake Paul's last fight. He looked like a shit sandwich up until that right hand landed. He was extremely tired. He was gassed, and that was against someone with no fights, a welterweight with who's only fought him. Um, I think they made a terrible mistake, and anybody who's counting me out, go ahead, bet against me.
You mentioned there, obviously, your last fight was your first professional loss, Kenzie Morrison. You feel that's the reason why they have chosen to fight you this time round. For yourself, is there an easier comeback fight than Jake Paul, who is not a boxer?
Yeah, KSI.
Talking of KSI, there's been a lot of back and forth between Jake Paul and KSI, and Jake Paul going at Dana White and everyone else on social media. Is there potentially too many distractions for Jake Paul in the build up to this fight, and is he not focusing on you?
Jake Paul's a content creator. That's what he does. So let him do what he do. If he wants to talk to them guys and be focused on them, then go ahead, focus on them. But August 6th, his plate is going to be very full, and he's going to have a lot of questions to answer. And I believe him to be a panicker. I believe he's going to panic on August 6th, and I'm going to expose him for the fraud that he is.
And the last one from me, a very random tweet came out last week, was Chris Eubank Jr. Almost calling out Jake Paul after this fight, but stating that he will beat you, suggesting this is a foregone conclusion. Have you got a response to Chris Eubank Jr.?
Chris Eubank, need to worry about Chris Eubank. He got Conor Benn on his plate. He got Demetrius Andrade on his plate. So, these guys are calling out him. I don't understand why he even have anything to say. You got world champions at your door, world champions at your door trying to fight you, but you want to go fight a YouTuber? I just think that's pussy. So we'll see. I didn't call out Jake Paul. I didn't go searching to fight a YouTuber. He's like one of the only pro boxers. You at an elite level and you calling out a YouTuber. You at a world championship level and you calling out a YouTuber. It just screams payday, payday. He wants a payday. I don't know what's going on with him, what's going on in his mind, but like I told him in the tweet, I got a brother that fight 154. So if he want to get beat again, then he can go ahead and fight my brother. If he that thirsty for an ass whooping from a Moroccan, because we know damn well he ain't gonna get in the ring with me.
Yeah, absolutely. Hasim, I wish you all the best of luck for August 6th. Thank you very much for your time, and thank you to Avina for accommodating today.
Thank you, appreciate it.